Good morning. I'm here today to teach you how to change the oil in your vehicle. By show of hands, how many people in this room could change the oil in their vehicle if asked to do so right now? Alright, well, I'm here to change that for the people that didn't raise their hand. It's a pretty simple process, and I'm going to describe how to do it in 3 ways. I'm going to start off by describing why we change the oil in our vehicle and how often we should. Reasons that we change the oil in our vehicles is the oil acts as a coolant for the engine and it keeps it cool. So after a while, the heat of the engine causes the oil to break down into a watery based substance, and when this happens, the oil doesn't do its job of catching small particles of dirt or anything really, and these little small parts could get caught up in your engine and just cause it not to run right. Your oil should be changed every 5,000 miles roughly, or 3 months, depending on how you drive the vehicle or what kind of oil you're using. Now that I've taught you basic knowledge of that, I'll describe on how to change it. You should start by driving your vehicle up onto ramps that they have made for it, or you could use a jack. Personally, I prefer to use ramps because I've seen jacks fall and a vehicle crush someone. Once you drive your vehicle up onto the ramp, I would recommend letting your vehicle cool down because it will burn you. I know from experience. Once you think it's safe to go under, go ahead. Once under, look for something called these are the ramps you can drive up on. But once you're under, go ahead and look for, it's a bolt, it's called the drain plug. This can be removed with anything such as an Allen wrench, or if you have the socket, you can use it for that. Go ahead and put the oil pan underneath it, but be careful because the oil will shoot out at the beginning because there's so much, but it'll gradually get smaller, so just keep that in mind when it's draining. Once you have removed the drain plug and the oil's coming out, go ahead and get your oil filter ready. You can find the oil filter. It's usually in the same area as the drain plug. It shouldn't be anywhere else. Once the oil is completely done coming out of the drain plug, go ahead and remove the oil filter. I would recommend wearing gloves because you can't do it without oil getting on your hand, and like I said, the oil will be hot from your truck being on or vehicle. It's not too hot. You can bear it with bare hands, but I would recommend gloves. Once you're done with that, just go ahead and put on the new oil filter and screw the drain plug back in. Once you're done with that, go ahead and open your new oil and take a little bit out and put it on the new filter because you want that lubricant for the grooves of the new oil filter, because if you don't, it'll be almost impossible to get off the next time. Once you're done with that, you're done with everything under the vehicle. You can go ahead and pull everything out. Make sure you put everything back on. If you don't put the drain plug in, the new oil you put in will just come right out, and it's just a waste of time. So once you're done with that, go ahead and pop the hood and locate what's called the dipstick. It should be this yellow ring type thing. It looks like a ring pop. Take that out and wipe it off with a rag and place it to the side. Once you're done with that, locate something that looks like this. It's called the oil cap. It should say engine oil and then tell you a type, just a base type to put in your vehicle. Remove this. You can put a funnel in this and pour it. That's what I prefer. It's a lot easier. Some people just pour it in. Let that pour it. Once you pour it in, wait about a minute because it takes a while to actually get down in there. You can put the cap back on. Go ahead and start your truck or vehicle and let it run for a minute or two, and then put the dipstick back in. This should allow you to see if you put in the right amount of oil in. However, this isn't always exact. Sometimes all the oil doesn't get out from the drain and it just mixes with the new, but this will give you a pretty good rough estimate. After you're done with this, you're done. So now that I've explained it, how many people think they could change oil? There's one last step, and that's pour your old oil out of the pan into the new bottle that you used and just take it to AutoZone to dispose of it properly. And after that, you should have no problem with changing oil ever again. Thanks for watching.